Going first for round 2 as well, and hoping to draw a little bit nicer here. This is a much better hand than we had in either of the other games, so we'll snap keep it. Get to lead with a Lawless Broker. Probably not snapping off a Die Young right away. 2 removal spells is pretty great. Ooh, now we got Glintsleeve Artisan. I think I just Fabricate, make a 1/1 with that, and then play Lawless Broker. Yeah, this is the kind of hand that we wanted. This is looking really good. Yeah, alright, fine. Counter our stuff. Had such a nice turn planned out. Why did our opponent have to ruin it? Vidalcan Blademaster. 2/3 prowess. We've got the console's safeguard. Seems okay. Just wait. I can Die Young that if I really need to next turn. Oval Chase Daredevil. Guess that we're killing the Oval Chase. So I can go Lawless Broker, put a counter onto the consoles, kill the Oval Chase with Die Young, and attack for 4. I like that. Oh, this is when it dies. Right. What am I doing? That's when it dies. It's still fine. I mean, this is still a 3/4. It's still the play that I want to make. I just think that this is when it comes into play, but it's when it dies. New cards. Pay any amount of energy. Okay. So, 4. Alright, 2. Sorry. Apparently, it didn't want to let me attack. We'll slow down for a minute here. I don't know why it skipped through there. I didn't press it twice, but maybe it registered it twice for some reason. Registered like I had pressed F4 twice, which is what I normally use to skip to combat quickly. But F4 will stop during your combat, so unfortunate that it didn't. Opponent gets back the Oval Chase Daredevil, and they get to scry 2 and get a bunch of energy. I can revoke privileges the Vidalcan Blademaster, or just the Daredevil if they get it down again. The Daredevil's certainly annoying, so I might just want to get rid of that. Opponent topped both cards, which is a really, really bad sign. Super miserable for us, I'm sure. It's not what we want to see. Okay, so there's a Workshop Assistant, which doesn't do anything yet. I feel like we just attack with both. I'm not going to pay the energy to make the Lawless Broker indestructible. Because Lawless Broker, I'm fine trading for the Vidalcan Blademaster here. I doubt our opponent is. I stand corrected. Put it there, and feel like I might just want to make this into a 3/2 flyer. I could play Live Fast. If I draw a land anyways, though, I can play Live Fast and revoke privileges. Seems good enough. Make that a +1/+1. I could have done this beforehand and put a +1/+1 counter on it, but I wanted to see if maybe we wanted to play Live Fast instead of the creature. Just depending on what our opponent did. I'm really surprised they blocked the Blademaster. I actually just didn't think that would happen. Okay, Daredevil comes back out. And now we get to revoke privileges. Although I guess I should play Live Fast first. It makes sense to just look and see if there's anything else that we want to do. Ooh, Rush of Vitality is even better. I don't have to revoke privileges. Granted, this can keep coming back. Yeah, maybe I just still revoke privileges. It's fine. Stops that card from being such a pain. And opponent takes 7. We have some very nice tricks in our hand. As long as we can untap with our creatures alive here, I'm feeling pretty good. Yep, Malfist Squad is perfectly acceptable. Feel like there's going to be a lot of creatures blocking here, and we're going to get the Rush of Vitality or Impeccable Timing off. So we'll attack first and see what happens. Either the Impeccable Timing or the Rush of Vitality does a lot of work here. Attack in. Opponent just jump blocks. Perfectly acceptable to me. And let's get the Augmenter down. At this point, do I want it as a 2-1 and get a couple 1-1s? This Workshop Assistant stops the 1-1s. So, you know, I probably just keep putting +1/+1 counters on my own creatures. It helps that we have the Rush of Vitality to protect. So I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. Besides, this is the bigger target anyways. Console Shield Guard has a massive target on its back. The Visionary Augmenter just doesn't. I can also protect the Augmenter with the Shield Guard when we go to attack, which I'm certainly doing at this point. Feeling pretty good about where we are. Alright, another Malfist Squad. Not concerned about those right now. We can just keep attacking in over and over and over. We will choose to use energy there. And we still have enough mana to play all 3 of our cards. Double block, which seems good for us, because I will just Rush of Vitality. Gain a bunch of life, kill all the creatures, and get a Thriving Rats down. Which will let us continue to use the Console Shieldmate or grow the Thriving Rats. This game looks pretty over. Opponent's not going to have time to sacrifice Glass Blowers, Puzzle Knot to Scry, so yeah, we're good. That was much better than round 1. Wow, this deck came together a lot better than I thought it did. We had so much trouble in round 1 that I was a little bit concerned. I was thinking that it would do better than it looked, but if we can get a hand like this again, that was fantastic. We did exactly what we wanted to do. Just constantly buried our opponent under bad blocks where they just couldn't block anything very appropriately. We had a lot of flexibility between choosing to fabricate. Yeah, it was nice. This deck worked out pretty well. Anything that I want to change here? Opponent has a lot of artifacts. Wish that I had a artifact removal spell, but I don't. I didn't see any removal from our opponent, so I don't think I need something like Acrobatic Maneuver. Inspired Charge is kind of interesting. It looked like we might grind down a longer game and make a bunch of 1-1s. I think we're okay leaving it out, though. I'm just going to jam with the same thing. I liked the way it worked. Awkward hand, but we are on the draw. We have Cogworker's Puzzle Knot and Die Young. I think that's more than enough to justify this. Plus, now we have Live Fast to draw extra planes here, so I think we're fine. They get Glassbow's Puzzle Knot. We get the Cogworkers in a minute. Let's see where they put these scries. Bottom. So, very different than the first one. Puzzle Knot and pass. Desperately hoping to draw a planes. Good thing we didn't go 10-7. We've had enough trouble trying to get it on the 9-8 split. I'm going to attack here first and see if we can't use Rush of Vitality against this Thriving Rats. They are blocking. Wow. Yeah, I'll kill it. Deal. I just wanted to get rid of it now. They've got enough energy that that Thriving Rats is a problem. Otherwise, I was going to die young it. Now what do we have? Malthus Squad. I can kill that. See if they actually... Ooh, nice. They put the counters on it. That works out very well for us. And we drew Smuggler's Copter. That is fantastic for us. So we get to die young this. And still attack the servo. The Copter still has Summoning Sickness, so we can't do that yet. But soon enough. Next turn we've got it going on. We can live fast, discard any swamps that we get. And let the Smuggler's Copter hit in for 3. I've got to assume this is going to be a 4-2 again, just because we've got the servo. Nope. Alright. Opponent learned to not put all their eggs in one basket, I guess. Alright. Activate. Attack. Discard our swamp here. Finally drew a Plains, which is good. And I'm pretty sure we just play the Ambitious Aetherborn. The real question is, do I want to make a 1-1 with it? Or do I want to put a +1/+1 counter on it? +1/+1 counter means that Malthus Squad doesn't block it very well anymore. So I think I do that. And I have the Consul's Shield Guard to protect it later. So let's do this. This might force our opponent to leave back both of their creatures just to try and block the Ambitious. And then I can wait and Consul's Shield Guard it later. Nope, just coming in for 3. No fear. Could have another Malthus Squad. Opponent's shown a lot of them. A Weldfast Wingsmith. Okay, that's similar. I mean, they can double block with those as well. Don't doubt there's any 1-cost instant speed artifacts to give that flying to kill the Smuggler's Copter, so I'm not too worried about that. And I think I'm okay trading Ambitious Aetherborn for both of these. Still dealing a bunch of damage to the Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, I think this is fine. Activate the Copter, attack with the Ambitious Aetherborn, get our 2 for 1. Discard a Live Fast or discard the Plains. We can get rid of Plains at this point, I think. We'll use the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot to get another 1-1. And we can Live Fast as well. Play a Plains or just use the Cogworkers. I can play a second Live Fast. That doesn't seem particularly useful here. I feel like I'd rather just get the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot online. I might be wrong about that, though. If we Live Fast, then I might get another land. And that could let us do something like Shield Guard and, say, a Glint... What is that? The Fabricator, the 3-mana 2/2 that fabricates. Might let us do something like that for 7 mana next turn. You just maximize our mana here. Cogworker's Puzzle Knot isn't blocking the Malthus Squad anyways. their own live fast. Alright. And I'm gonna guess that they're just sacrificing Glassblower's Puzzle Knot. It feels like that's what's happening. It looks like the plan anyways. Okay, I don't need to play anything before I attack. Because I want to see what we get off the Smuggler's Copter first. Come on, 3-drop. Propeller Pioneer. No, not quite. That's okay. I mean, we can still make creatures off the Cogworkers. Not a big deal. And I'm thinking that we go Oval Chase and crack the Puzzle Knot. Play the land, because if I get one more land, then I can play 2 of these. Might be better to play the Propeller Pioneer. Because if I play Propeller Pioneer... Yeah, actually I'll play the Propeller Pioneer and Fabricate, making a 1/1. And the reason why I'll do that is because then I can crack the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot if our opponent really attacks the Small Fist squad again. I don't think we need much more than 2 power in the air right now. Doesn't really change the clock that we have on our opponent. It's still 2 turns. We have 5 damage in the air. Opponent is scrying in to put 1 card on the bottom right away. They're thinking about the second right now. So I'm imagining that this is a close one that I have to think about. I like tough choices for our opponent. Tough choices for our opponent are good for us, I think. Bottomed it again. Okay. 7 mana. 3 cards in hand. This game is far from over. I mean, we're at 12 life. It's not like we have a healthy cushion. Molfist squad gets in. Eventually, I've got to block this, I think. I don't think our servos are going to do that much damage to our opponent here. It's really the flyers that I'm thinking are where we're going to get our damage through. Smuggler's Copter and this Pioneer should be getting through. Malfunction on our Smuggler's Copter. Alright. We did get a lot of value out of it, so I'm not too upset. Driving Turtle. That can get very large. Our opponent has a ton of energy. We do have this Dukara Scavenger now. What can that get us back? We can get back the Ambitious Aetherborn. Don't think I care too much about that just yet. I think I would rather get, say, Visionary Augmenter online or Oval Chase Daredevil and go wide. Make a bunch of 1/1s. Attack for 2 in the air. Put our opponent to 6. Play the Dakara Scavenger. Opponent has to attack if they want to block well later. We can attack back for a lot. Yeah, maybe Scavenger is just the way to do it. I guess I should attack the Pioneer first. I also have to consider, does my opponent have the counter spell as the last card in their hand? Because they can counter this Dukara Scavenger, that's pretty annoying. Then maybe it's just Oval Chase Daredevil. Either way, it's 4 power, and it does the same thing to the Thriving Turtle. You know what? That makes sense. We don't need to walk into that and counterspell like we did last time. We don't have the 2 mana up for the Scavenger. And now we just leave them in a very awkward position. Because did they attack with the Thriving Turtle? And I kind of want to, because I'm sure they want 1/4. Oof. Marionette Master. Alright. Make a 4/6. That does stuff. So I can do Kara Scavenger. Blocks the Marionette Master. We just keep attacking in the air. I mean, I can augment her in consoles. I think that's just better. Whenever an artifact you control is put in the graveyard. No reason to attack with either of these yet. Even though I get the Oval Chase Daredevil back off of the Fabricate trigger, it doesn't make any sense. Because I just throw it away against Marionette Master, and the servo gets blocked by Thriving Eternal, and just have less blockers. So, we'll just go like this, and like this. We'll make a bunch of 1/1s. Seems way better to go wide now. Next turn, our opponent can block 2 of our creatures on the ground and be very, very dead. They'll have to have some way to wipe out the servos. All right. Awesome. So that went much better in round 2. That deck looked kind of fun. I like the way the deck performed this time. We got a ton of 2-for-1s. Like, just basically every card in our deck gets value, which is pretty sweet. This is my kind of deck. Probably my favorite decks are like Jund or Rock style decks where they use a lot of inevitability, and this deck feels a bit like that. So I'm liking the style so far. Not sure if it's the most powerful thing yet or anything. And obviously stuff like Smuggler's Copter is like, this card's just very powerful. So that's warping it a little bit. In game 2, we did manage to get Smuggler's Copter down right away and just start beating our opponent to death with it. That'll warp how well the deck performs by a significant margin, because this card's just insane. But let's play round 3, and hopefully we can go 2-1. All of our live fasts are unfortunately dead. No longer good draws. I have to chump something if they attack all in, because I can't block all 3 of these profitably. I can block Old Chase Daredevil and a servo on a Bastion Mastodon. I can do the same with Consul Shield Guard onto the Gear Shift Ace, but then this goes through for 2 and I die. So I can't really do that. So I'm forced to chump. Unless our opponent does this.